Hello, Sunday night, 8 o'clock, Diana the Happy Lawyer Time. Sunday night, 8 o'clock, Diana the Happy Lawyer Time. And now here's Diana. So I think that's kind of like a combination of Spider-Man and like the Johnny Carson show or something like that. That's why I guess I imagine myself as like a superhero talk show host. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Sunday night. Let's see. Moon, full moon, big full moon out there. The snow moon. No snow, but the snow full moon. It's beautiful. I've been having a great weekend, just feeling full of energy and excitement. And I got to see my friend John today, so that always makes me happy. So last week we were talking about arrange the pieces that come your way, what Virginia Woolf said. I was thinking about it, and it's really a great way to look at your life as it's coming at you, because you don't know what's going to come from here and there, and you know, like pieces of a puzzle. I like jigsaw puzzles. When you put them together, you know, you just got to deal with it as it comes. If it's, you know, push it to a side for the minute or pull it towards you closer, whatever it is, just arrange the pieces that come your way to create the life that you want. And even the bad pieces, if you arrange them, you'll be able to get past them more quickly. So tonight's show is called, there are a lot of birthdays in February, or is it just my subconscious mind? Because my birthday's in February. It's in a couple of days. And I thought that, you know, so many people, birthday, especially maybe now I'm on Facebook too, but I've been on Facebook a year. And it just seems like a lot of people in February. And I was wondering if it's because my birthday's in February that I just see a lot of February birthdays. You know, like subconsciously, the birthday month to me is February. So when I see that, it registers. Oh, it's February, somebody's birthday. So let me know if anybody, I'm curious if anybody has that situation that, like if your birthday's in June, do you think there are a lot of people born in June? I'm just curious. And I was wondering if your subconscious mind has that much, you know, control that you don't even perceive that it's affecting you. And I believe the answer is yes. And based on that, I'm going to be talking more about the subconscious mind tonight, because it's been really working for me, I think. And a couple of weeks ago, I talked about Mind Valley and the questions that they were using to prompt your mind to answer in a positive way. His question was, how come I can do so much in such a little span of time? That's the question on how to stop being overwhelmed. How come I can do so much in such a small span of time? And when you start to ask that question, your subconscious mind automatically starts answering in the positive. Oh, you can do that because you're very organized, or you're very, knowledgeable about what you're doing, and you have people helping you, or whatever it is. So I've been using that type of questioning, and then in listening to various stuff, I came across this thing called Your Universe. YOUNIVERSE, like you universe. And they had a really great 11 minutes. I love when things are short. I go long. I should shorten that for the new year to come. So they were talking about different questions as well, and they were talking more about the fact that this whole method of questioning to create the response in your subconscious to fill in the answer to that question and provide the life that you want is really very powerful. So what they were saying was that when you hear a question, your mind can't think of anything else but that question. Like if you say, what is your job? Your mind at that moment blocked out everything except the answer to that question. So, but that question, right? You know the answer to that question. But here's the thing. If you don't know the answer right away, your conscious mind will look for an answer, and then it'll go, yeah, this is it, or I can't find it. But your subconscious mind will continue to find the answers to the questions. And this is like super interesting, because it's just going to be like tuned in to a question that hasn't been answered. And I actually wrote some stuff down because the stuff was really thick. Right. If you can't think of an answer immediately, your subconscious mind will keep looking until it validates what you want. So they did a study of 40,000 people. And, I don't know exactly how it was done, but what they found was that just asking a person, do you think you're going to buy a car this year, would increase the likelihood of that person buying the car by 35%. So just planting that question in the subconscious mind, even if the person said no, they were not going to buy a car, 35 of them, or 30, it was increased by 35% that people were buying cars. So it's interesting, because that person's subconscious mind just kept working on, am I going to buy a car? Am I going to buy a car? Am I going to buy a car? And found the answer to it in 35% of the time. So that was, I thought, very kind of interesting. So the other thing that they were talking about is that you have to ask these questions in a positive form. If you ask a question in a negative form, you're going to get back negative answers from your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will be looking for the answers with the negative tone. So if you're saying like, how come things never work out for me? How come I can't find someone to share my life with? The negative phrasing will result in the subconscious mind looking for the answers to how come I can't find a partner. How come nothing ever works out for me? So it will validate that question of how come it's not working. So you have to be very careful and ask positive questions. I mean, it sounds easy, but a lot of people are more focused on the negative. So that's that's the problem. So, excuse me. So they suggested 3 types of questions that you could use to get your mind start going on things towards your goal. I'm just going to use the phrase towards your goal, and whatever it is that you want, whether it's wanting to get married this year, or buy a house, or start a business, or go back to school, or learn how to cook, or be a gardener, whatever it is that your goal is, your personal goal. Just fill it in when I say your goal, because this is what they're suggesting you do. So the questions are the what, who, where, and how questions. So you'd say something like, what areas of my life do I have to pay attention to in order to get to my goal? Where can I go to get to my goal faster? Who can help me to get to my goal? So you're asking these, and what would be the last one? What, where, how, who? Just the how one. How can I get to my goal? Just even that question alone probably would prompt your subconscious mind into filling in so many blanks, because something like how can I get to my goal, that open-ended question will cause the subconscious mind to think about any possibilities. It'll think about 1,000 possibilities. It'll think of things you never thought of because it's in your subconscious mind. So even when you ask these broad, open-ended questions, you're going to get the subconscious mind really generating and looking for answers all over the place and then, those answers will come back to you in, different forms or wherever you are, and it's occurring to you that this is something that's working. Because you always have to be looking out, because something might be subtle. There might be a subtle thing that the subconscious mind is showing you or teaching you or leading you to. And so you have to, be sensitive. Be sensitive to see what's going on after you're asking these questions. So here's another type of question, the form of the question. The what if question. What if everything that I was working for came to me without me having to do anything? That's a pretty great question. What if everything I'm working for just comes to me without me having to do anything? My motivational speaking business, my, dog rescue business, anything that I want. What if it could just come to me? What would that have to happen for it to do that? Here's another good one. What if all of these negative things that I'm talking about could actually be turned into positive things for my benefit? Or what if all these negative things are pushing me towards my goal? Like sometimes losing a job seems negative, but in fact it could be something that's very positive because it will free up time for you to pursue your goal. So what if all these negative things are actually positive? So be open to that possibility, and your subconscious mind will find the answer to that, and you have to pick it up when it comes. Now this is the last form question, and this is what I like. I like this one the best. What would it look like if? What would it look like if question? I really like it. What would it look like if I got that new car? What would it look like if I was secure in my finances? What would it look like if I went on my dream vacation? And what else? What would it look like if I had everything that I want? That is just such a huge open-ended question. And you know what? It doesn't hurt to ask. I mean, what would it look like? What would it look like if I had everything I wanted? Wow. I'd be in a big house on the water somewhere, and I'd be just helping a lot of people. I've been more and more feeling the need to, I don't know, house the homeless. Sounds crazy, but I got this thing. I know, right? It's coming out of nowhere. Whatever. So I'm working on that. What would it look like? Who would I have to talk to house the homeless? What do I have to do? What do I have to change in my life to house the homeless? I mean, see, now my subconscious mind, that's like, there is no answer. My conscious mind doesn't have an answer to that question. So my subconscious mind is going to start working on that. And it will come up with an answer. So, what would it look like? What would it look like if I could build big houses, or individual houses or whatever, apartment buildings that people could, live in? What would that look like if I could supply that? That would be great. I would be so happy. I could tear up because it would make me feel wonderful. And everybody that gets a house also gets a dog. So you get a beautiful little house or apartment, and you get a rescue dog or two to go with it. So that's my new goal. Hi guys, my new goal is to make housing for the homeless and give them all a rescue dog. So now I've planted that in my subconscious mind, all right? I don't have to think about it anymore. I mean, it's on my mind, but I don't have to think about how it's going to happen because my subconscious mind is now going to start operating to a point where the answers are going to start magnetizing towards me, and things will happen, things will occur. And if I have, the deep passion for it, and anytime you add emotion, like I just get so excited, like you get chills thinking about it. Anytime you add emotion to something, it has that much more power in the universe. That's much more magnetic effect to go into, the space and bring back whatever you're looking for, even if it's 5 years away. Now, I'm not going to house the homeless next week, but maybe I'll house some by the end of the year, and maybe in 5 years I'll have, who the hell knows? I have this idea. It's still generating, and it's pretty sacred, so I'm going to keep it a secret for now. But now I've spoken of it, so it's real. I spoke it into existence. So here's my quotes for the night, and I did this I didn't realize black ink. I probably used half of my toner on this, so I'm going to have to keep this for a long time. It's about half a toner. And I can't read the person that said it, but it is that 95% of your life is created by your subconscious mind. 95% of your life is created by your subconscious mind. That's pretty interesting, I mean, there's scientific evidence behind it, so, you can look it up. I know I've heard it a lot of times. And like I've said before, breathing and blood circulating, you don't have to think about that. It happens automatically. And we leave that to the subconscious. So that's how important subconscious mind is, because it pretty much does everything in our life that, or else, that we need to do. And here are two other ones that are good. I made this one smaller because I realized it was black, so I didn't use the other half of the toner. Never go to sleep without a request to your subconscious mind. Never go to sleep without a request to your subconscious mind. How cool is that? Just to think that you can just request something in your subconscious mind and then sleep on it, literally. And your subconscious mind, when you go to sleep, your conscious mind is not awake. But your subconscious mind is awake. It's the only thing that's going. Your subconscious mind is going all the time, 100%, but your conscious mind shuts off when you sleep, which leaves your subconscious mind to have full control. And your subconscious mind is unlimited. Unlimited in what you can do in your life. Only your conscious mind is what causes limitations. So when you go to sleep, think about something, whatever it is. What would it look like if I was a, multi-millionaire real estate investor? What would it look like if I was a world-renowned inspirational speaker? That'd be good. That one gives me chills too, I gotta say. That one gives me chills. I like that one. Like, what would it be like if I was interviewed by Oprah? I've been saying that for years. And you know what? I know that someday I'm going to be interviewed by Oprah. I just know it. And it'll be a great day. We'll have a great time. We'll have a lot of laughs, I'm sure. Me and Oprah. So here's the last thing I'm going to show you. The last quote is W. Clement Stone, a very important teacher in the law of attraction and mind control. And he said, you affect your subconscious mind by verbal repetition. Okay? You affect your subconscious mind by verbal repetition. That means you got to keep saying it over and over. So don't expect to go to sleep tonight and say, what would it look like if I was a multimillionaire? And then wake up tomorrow and not be a multimillionaire and never say it again. That's not how you're going to retrain your subconscious mind. I mean, think about it. However old you are. My birthday is a week from today. I'll tell you how old I am next week. It's actually a pretty exciting week. I'm looking forward to it. But if you think about whatever, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, that's how many years of subconscious training you're in that you have to reverse. So, if you have been thinking the same thing, that you're a failure or you'll never get anything right for 30 years, then, you got to reverse 30 years of thinking. If something happened and you can spot it and address, like when you felt bad about something, that's when you got to start from and go back there and get up to that point and change it around from negative to a positive. So the only way to do that is to repeat over and over what you want in life. Pick one thing. Don't go, listen. What would it look like if I was a multimillionaire real estate investor? Okay? It could happen in a year if I put my mind to it and if I kept repeating it over and over. Because by the virtue of repeating it, things will come into place. And actually, some things have come into place this week. I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm getting this idea about buying property. So it's something that I've always wanted to do and always loved to do. As a lot of people that know me know that I'm always interested in real estate. So it would be great to get that going. And, then I started thinking about it and talking about it. And so now, it's on the front burner. And it's because I'm going to keep repeating it and things will happen. And all kinds of stuff about, your health, what would it look like if I lost 20 pounds? What would it look like if I lost 20 pounds? And if I keep saying that, the weather's getting nicer. I've been walking a little more. I've been doing some, meditation is always great. That's something that's going to go hand in hand with the subconscious mind thing, because, when you relax your brain during meditation, your subconscious mind has the opportunity to come out, even though you're conscious and awake. And that's important because it needs to take a stand, so to speak, over your conscious mind. And, just sitting still. just sitting still for 20 minutes and not saying anything and maybe having your eyes closed, just doing that for even 5 minutes is very important way to let your conscious mind know that you have control over what's going on. You know, that you can sit still for 5 minutes, close your eyes and not move, and you'll just be in complete control. You won't be freaking out like, I gotta go. And then when you start to relax your brain, don't worry about relaxing it right away. If you're new to meditation and you're sitting for 5 minutes and you're buzzing out, that's okay. That's all right. It's in fact, it's okay if it happens every time, because just by holding your body still, after a while, your mind will naturally slow down and become calm, because it won't have a choice. Because and that's why, again, you can't just do it once or twice and say it doesn't work. This is a meditation practice. Is something that you could do. You have to do all the time. You know, it's like it's a way to connect to your subconscious mind and interact with it more. So just 5 minutes, even if you did 5 minutes 3 days a week, or I mean, really 5 minutes. If you can't spare 5 minutes a day to just sit quietly, then you really have to pay attention to your, the way you're arranging your day, because everybody has 5 minutes. Everybody has 20 minutes. They say you should meditate 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening. If you don't have that 40 minutes, 20 minutes each, take a look. I mean, I don't meditate 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening, but I do try to get some in, or I'll just stop what I'm doing and just sit for 5 minutes in my car, or, wherever, on the stoop, in the living room, wherever I want, just to sit and relax and hold still and just relax my brain. And when your conscious mind starts to slow down, then your subconscious mind can come through and then have that lingering effect of whatever you're thinking about on your conscious mind. It sounds a little esoteric, but it's true. It's like mingling them together. I mean, there are studies that show that when you do meditation, your brain operates more together, as opposed to different parts of your brain that are operating at different times. When you practice meditation, your brain, it's called brain cohesion. Your portions of your brain start to work better together, and then you have better results of everything that you're doing over your life and your health and your thinking. So meditation is really big on that. And then, they put the electrodes on the kids' heads in college, and they do these tests at MIT or wherever it is. You can go online and just look up, brainwave and meditation, and you'll see videos of it. And, I believe it, and I've felt it. I've definitely felt a change in my life, calming down and letting, and as a result, other things come in. Instead of the buzz of life, of craziness, there's room now for better ideas to come in, and different ideas, and more satisfying ideas. And then the desire to do those things creates the time to do them, and, the energy. So let the subconscious mind shine in, I guess. The age of Aquarius. Let the subconscious mind shine in. So that's going to be the show for this week. Next week will be my birthday, and I'll be doing the show on my birthday, and it will be 1 year of shows. And during that time, I only missed 1 week. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about finishing a year of this. And then I'm going to think, I don't know, I might do something different. I might, not something very different, but something different. I might as well do something. Or nothing. Just do another year. But we'll see. I'll worry about it next week. Because then after that, I'm going to Mardi Gras. So the next show after that, first show of the second year, will be a Mardi Gras show. So that's happened before. So I want everybody to have a great week. It's middle of February. It doesn't feel like it, but you know what? It still is. And Valentine's Day is coming. All the lovers, happy Valentine's Day, because I won't see you till after that. And I guess that's the perfect way to close. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you all, and love is all you need. Good night. Bye.